Alright, so if you've been following what's been going on with Phil Vischer, Mike Nawrocki, apparently they're going to be doing a brand new show. And it's called The Phil and Mike Show. How I found out about that show was through the VeggieTales community. I think it was on Discord. Yeah, it was through Discord, through the VeggieTales community Discord. Phil and Mike doing a brand new show. So what I have here, it's a trailer, essentially, to the Phil and Mike Show. A message from Phil and Mike. I've seen the video already, but I wanted to share it with you guys and give my thoughts on it. I know on Twitter I shared this, and I also shared it on my Discord. Wanted to get people's thoughts on it. I shared it with a couple of my friends. So yeah, we're gonna watch and we're gonna analyze this. So you have here a message from Phil and Mike, and this is from Phil Vischer's YouTube channel. So far the likes are outweighing the dislikes. Let's read the description. Phil and Mike have made shows before. I believe that's referencing VeggieTales and stuff like that, and what's in the Bible. Lots of shows. It's time to make a new one. A show about themselves and all their friends that help them make their own shows. Make their old shows, sorry. What could possibly go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? Okay. So from what I understand, and Nintega Dario also talked about this show also. Okay, so apparently Angel Studios is going to be doing this show. I honestly don't know what Angel Studios is. Okay, Angel Studios, an independent media company and film distribution studio based in Provo, Utah. It's over-the-top on-demand service, and it was founded 3 years ago? Wow. It's like they crowdfund their movies and shows or whatever. Okay, so it's Christian-based. Contributed over $100 million to support stories that amplify light and built a community of 20 million viewers, and that's only the beginning. So they crowdsource their projects, and with the Phil and Mike Show being one of those projects, invest angel funding. Yeah, I know I said we were gonna watch the teaser trailer to the Phil and Mike Show, but just wanted to see something real quick. So is this supposed to be like a streaming service or whatever? Just watch now, learn more, get showtimes. Okay, kids shows, here we go. Alright, so that's a little context of who's going to be behind the Phil and Mike Show. Yeah, because NBCU is not going to touch this show. I mean, I hope they don't touch this show. They already screwed up VeggieTales. I don't want them ruining another project of Phil and Mike's. Alright, so here we go.
Hi there, I'm Phil, and I'm here with my buddy Mike.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm here with my buddy Phil.
Mike and I have been friends for a...
Okay, so first impression, they're not straying away from their Bob and Larry voices. It's like you could definitely tell, yeah, they're the voices of Bob and Larry. That's pretty cool. I mean, it's like you can't trademark their voices. I mean, that's who they are. That's part of their identity.
And we've made a lot of shows together with some other friends, like Stanley here.
I'm Stanley. You can call me
Oh
Stan.
God, Paul
I helped
Grave.
them with one of their shows. Sing songs, tell Bible stories.
Yeah, but those suits were sweaty.
And now it's time to do a new show.
Yeah, I like how they don't mention VeggieTales by name, but they, yeah, you could definitely tell that they're talking about VeggieTales, even though they're not saying the name. I don't know if they're not allowed to say the name VeggieTales or something. Well, they're not part of VeggieTales anymore, which is sad, but that was their IP. That was their intellectual property for a good while. I mean, it was theirs first. They were the ones that created VeggieTales. And then Big Idea merged with NBCU. And thanks, Leslie.
Just us?
Sounds kind of boring.
Cut!
What's wrong?
Who are you?
I'm Marcy, the producer.
This is Marcy. She helped me make one of my other shows.
Was I in it?
No, you weren't in that one.
Where was I?
You were busy that day.
Like a different show? Marcy. Oh, is he talking about the What's in the Bible show? Oh, she's a character from What's in the Bible. She's wearing a hoodie. Pigtails. Oh, okay. Yeah, that took me a while to, like, for it to click. Okay, Marcy has one purpose in life: to keep the show from getting boring. Whenever there's a lull in the action, you can count on Marcy to jump in and turn things around with directions that may not make sense, but always get results. She's young, she's energetic, she's a stage manager. So yeah, she was in a different show, but she was like the characters. I thought she was like the part of the casting crew.
She helped me make one of my other shows.
It's a little low energy.
Who are you calling
Yeah.
low energy?
Lull energy, because whenever there's a lull in the action, gotta jump in and turn things around.
What do you mean low energy?
Things have changed since your old show started on VHS tapes. Well, like 100 years ago.
It was not 100 years.
Kids have iPads and YouTube and TikTok. They want excitement. We gotta back up and do all this.
Okay, the thing with TikTok, we might not have TikTok in 9 months, let's just say. So I'm not sure if you want to put your eggs in one basket and be on TikTok. I mean, YouTube and this Angel Studios, yeah, those two are viable options, but TikTok, I would say wait until like this TikTok thing is like resolved or whatever, or it doesn't. I don't know. I think I stopped uploading on TikTok because there's going to be a potential ban soon. Oh my god, it's a mess. It's a mess. But this Marcy character does have a point. We grew up a lot since VHS tapes, but not like 100 years. It's not 100 years ago. 100 years ago.
I've been crunching the numbers. It looks like we need about 42% more energy.
What if we all drink coffee before the show?
That'd give us 11% more.
What if I just ate a bowl of sprinkles?
Can't eat your way to a great show, fellas.
You can if it's a cooking show.
We're not making a cooking show. What do we have to do to make a new show kids will like? We could dress up as cats.
That's a fun idea.
No cat videos, no sprinkles. We need a set, we need costumes, we need music, we need lights.
We don't have money for all that. What happened to the money from your old show? I don't want to talk about it. Mistakes were made.
I got it all figured.
That's another point. It's like, it's going to take money to make this show, like all shows do. All shows need money to actually be a thing. So my guess is that through this Angel Studios thing, they're going to crowdsource this, crowdfund this show. I mean, if they do that, then I'm going to, yeah, I'll donate some money to that. Want to donate to a good cause, donate to some good content like Billy Bust Up. I donate money to them like every so often, and also I buy some of their products, which, by the way, got my Barnaby plushie already. For those of you who haven't seen my social media posts or the unboxing that I did, or unveiling, because it came in a bag and not in a box. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, support companies that care about you, that love what they do, they care about you also. Here you go. So that's what Phil and Mike are doing here. They want to know what the fans like. It's like from the beginning, they wanted to cater to the fans. And nowadays, that's not what corporate wants. It's like you suggest an idea to NBCU and they're like, nope, you got to do it our way. It's our way or the highway. But here, I don't think, because this is through Angel Studios and Phil Vischer Enterprises, which you're going to see the copyright symbol, the date, and Phil Vischer Enterprises at the end of this video. So they mentioned 2 previous shows. They mentioned VeggieTales, they mentioned What's in the Bible, without naming them specifically, but doing a little research like we just did here. It's like we understand the references, people understand, especially the references to VeggieTales. And you just heard Phil say mistakes were made. I mean, they're not going to mention the bankruptcy here, but you could tell, like, if you've been following the VeggieTales lore and everything that happened behind the scenes for years, especially if you read Phil Vischer's memoir, Me, Myself, and Bob, it's like, he even tells you, he even admits that mistakes were made. It's like, he's made mistakes. Like, he'll be the first person to tell you that. It's also disappointing that he got screwed over. He got screwed over by corporate, by the people that he was supposed to trust, but they end up turning on him. And he even admits he trusted the wrong people. I mean, if he had, like, just imagine if a big idea of VeggieTales had financial people that weren't going to screw him over. If he networked with the right people, the right financial people, the right business-oriented people, then VeggieTales would have been a lot better. kind of, sort of, then they would have handled the bankruptcy a little better. Then they would have had better advice given to them, understood the Lyric Studios contract saying, no, you can't distribute to other companies. You can't use multiple distributors. Like, he would have known that if he was set up with the right people to begin with. And he even tells you in this video, mistakes were made. I mean, even though they're not going to talk about it in this video, but it's like, when he says mistakes were made, that really hits home.
Let's make a show. When can we start?
I need to be in the show.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Michael. He was in another one of my shows.
Okay, so who's this Michael character? Is he from What's in the Bible also? Michael stuck in quarantine.
Cheese packed in with 35 toddlers in their cheesy little hands. Actually, that sounds horrible. I'll stay in quarantine, thank you.
He looks kind of different here, except for the hat. He's covering his eyes with his hat. Well, you're not the only one who does that, so, huh. Okay, so we got this Michael character.
And we'll answer kids' questions with songs and Bible stories. That'll add energy, too.
If you're telling Bible stories, you'll need my help.
That's Sunday school lady.
My real name is Dorothy.
I was busy that day too.
As a professional Sunday school teacher,
Okay, Sunday school teacher. Let me guess, from What's in the Bible? Yep, from What's in the Bible. Same hair, same glasses, same necklace. So we got a mix of people from both VeggieTales and What's in the Bible.
Bible stories, you'll need my help. I'll make sure the Bible stories are accurate and age appropriate.
And I will tell tales of pure imagination with little regard to logic or structure.
And I will dress up
That
like
sounds
a
like
cat
Barnaby.
named Sprinkle.
Imagination with little to no logic. Yeah, we need a voice clip along with the Barnaby clip.
And I will tell tales of pure imagination with little regard to logic or structure.
Can I write some songs? Some really silly songs?
Oh, yeah. You're great at that.
Yeah,
So if we
you're
put
allowed
all
to
this together,
make
we'll
silly
have a show.
songs, Mike.
Let's
That was one thing, one of the major things that Leslie threw a fit over. Is like every time, there's a story that's been circulating around the VeggieTales community. And it was like every time Mike came to Leslie to share like some of his silly song ideas with her, she's like, no. Or somebody in Big Idea Corporate, Big Idea Proper, would discourage him from putting out a silly song, certain silly songs. I mean, some silly songs were fine, but the majority of the time is like, no, you're doing it all wrong. This is what you should put out. It's like, first of all, with the VeggieTales reboot, Phil and Mike were promised that they would have more creative freedom with the reboot. They didn't even give them that. So, Big Idea NBCU, they essentially lied to Phil and Mike, saying, oh, we'll give you creative freedom. We'll give you that creative freedom you wanted. But this whole time they had their fingers crossed. That's messed up. So yes, Mike, yes, you can write your silly songs the way you want them. In this show, you get more creative freedom. So, I have pretty good feelings about this show so far. I want to see them create. I want to see them be themselves. And not be micromanaged by corporate. That's what I've been saying so far. I mean, even though I didn't expect them to make another show. But, it is what it is.
Can I write some songs? Some really silly songs?
Oh, yeah. You're great
Oh,
at
yes,
that.
you
So
can.
if we put all this together,
So, how do we start?
Okay, this totally reminds me of Mr. Rogers. You know, the setup. It's like there's a stage, you have the books, the windows, and you have a door, and you got the steps. Yeah, this is totally reminiscent of Mr. Rogers. I mean, that's pretty cool. Watch him go through the door again.
Hello, my friends, and welcome to the day that God has made for you.
And what show would that be, Phil?
It's the Phil and Mike TV show.
Phil and Mike.
I'm a little speechless because they don't directly talk about VeggieTales, but you could hear it in their dialogue. You could definitely tell. I mean, if you've been a fan of VeggieTales for years, if you've been a fan of the What's in the Bible show, it's like it really hits home.
Phil and Mike.
It was like right there, like 2024 Vischer Enterprises. Yeah, I'll screen cap it. So yeah, that was the teaser to the Phil and Mike show. Honestly, I'm very happy for Phil Vischer and Mike Nawrocki to come together once again to make a show. It's like, I want them to succeed in whatever they're doing. I want them to have that creative freedom that they always wanted and not having to be micromanaged by corporate. It's like, if they announce a crowdfunding campaign for the show, yeah, if they're crowdfunding it like Billy Bustup's doing, if they set up a Patreon or whatever, yeah, I would definitely like give some money to them. Phil and Mike show. Alright, there's even an article. We'll take a quick look at the article. Yeah, I'll leave a link in the description. And by the way, the link to the Phil and Mike show teaser will be in the description also. Alright, Phil Vischer shares sneak peek of new Phil and Mike show idea. Okay, they released a teaser, something Phil and Mike have been working on secretly in an undisclosed location. Ooh. And then they talk about the 4-minute video that we just watched and analyzed. Award-winning Christian media franchise for children, which was VeggieTales. After Phil Vischer's Big Idea Productions was forced into bankruptcy in 2003, he and Mike lost creative control of all things VeggieTales. But the duo continues to create, and now hopes Angel Studios supporters give the Phil and Mike show a green light. Yeah, the show's going to be crowdfunded. It's like, if you're a member of the Angel Guild at Angel Studios, go and vote for this to get picked up as a new show. It's up for vote right now. And they're saying that it's under consideration to decide which shows and movies get made. A very unique studio in that their fans do all the green lighting of new projects, not their executives. So that's good. So we're hoping the fans like it. So where do we go vote? When asked about distribution avenues, he said they'll still be determined. It would launch first on the Angel Studios app, then eventually roll out elsewhere. Been working on the characters and animation techniques for about 2 years. Very expensive and very time consuming. I've been working on a way to work faster with a much smaller team. We'll make it easier to produce animated programming with Christian content. Worked with puppets for about 15 years, trying to affordably create Christian content for children. So that kind of explains like the production of what's in the Bible. The goal is to bring back the spirit of very early VeggieTales. Yes, I like this idea a lot. My original conception of Bob the Tomato was that he was a frustrated Mr. Rogers. So that also explains why the setup, Phil comes out from the door, walks down the steps. Like I said, it's reminiscent of Mr. Rogers. He wanted to be Mr. Rogers but couldn't pull off a show without his goofy friends messing things up or his own temper getting the best of him. This new show is Phil trying to be Mr. Rogers. Obviously, we can't be Bob and Larry anymore since the Veggies are now owned by other people, but we could still be us. Yeah, because like I said, the voices, corporates cannot trademark their voices. Alright? Never gonna happen. Plus, it's unethical. It's like we're not telling kids how much God loves them in a world of YouTube and streaming apps. We want to find a new way to do it. Because that's what they've been wanting to do for years. So I kind of sort of see it as a fresh start for Phil and Mike, even though it's bittersweet. I mean, it's sad that things are the way they are. And I was hoping very hard that they would regain control of VeggieTales in some way. But obviously that's not going to happen. And when I first saw this video, I was sad, you know? So if there's a way to vote for this show to be greenlit, to make this show a thing, the Phil and Mike show, it's like we need to spread the word about this show. We need to make this show a thing because we want Phil Vischer and Mike Nawrocki to create more content. They want to make more content. They want to be creative. So let's allow them to be creative and make this show a thing. So moving forward, I'm going to be endorsing this show. Just like how I do with Billy Bustup, I'm endorsing the Phil and Mike show. So again, this article will be in the description of this video, and I'll also have a link to the original video, the Phil and Mike show teaser, in the description. I want you guys to see this video, support this show, support this brand new show. I mean, it's the least we could do since Phil and Mike are in creative control over this, you know? They're not going to have corporate step on their toes in this. Oh, by the way, I created fan art for the Phil and Mike show, and I shared it on my social media. I shared it on Twitter. And I tagged Phil Vischer in it. And you know what? He liked my tweet. He liked the tweet of my fan art, which I think is pretty cool. It was my first time drawing these characters, and yeah, it's like, this is me supporting a show that's promising. Billy Bust-Up looks promising, so that's why I support them too. And what do I keep saying on this channel? Support a company, support a show or movie that cares about its fans. That's what I've been saying this whole time. So we need to do the same with the Phil and Mike show. Yeah, I'm excited for this show to be a thing. Well, hopefully, it's like, okay, if they do something like a Patreon, if they're asking people to donate, like if they have a link to their donation page, I'll be more than happy to throw some money their way. Because I've been a VeggieTales fan for years. I've been a fan of Phil Vischer, a fan of his work, a fan of Mike Nawrocki's work. I'm a fan of their work, so yeah, I definitely support this. Okay, in other news, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, but real quick before I end this video, this has to be from the court scene. Billy Bust-Up posted this today, I believe. I woke up to this when I was checking my Twitter this morning. Yeah, support people that you like. It's like, there's my boy, and he's also right here. Alright, let's see. Oh, don't mind me, I'm just making some changes. There we go. Lovely. What do you think, JB Plush? Yes, you always say that.